Direct from Studio E, this is MSU Live, a lively look at people and events around the MSU campus. Your host for tonight is Alice O.
Thank you, Chelsea. Welcome to MSU Live. I'm your host, Alice O. In tonight's program, we'll be covering an interesting topic about how two MSU seniors fell in love with photography and how they become professional photographers. We'll learn more as we head into tonight's show.
They rock till my TVs pop up in the Maybach Benz. I teach y'all to stunt, nigga. You can't see me. My Bentley GT got smoke right tin. I teach y'all to stunt. My neck stay blingin', my rims they gleamin'. I'm shining, man. I teach y'all to stunt. I see you scheming, nigga. Keep on dreaming. I hurt you, man. I teach y'all to stunt. 7 Series BM, 6 Series Benz, 24 inches, Giovanni rims. All one wheel when I'm on one of them. All that boy out there acting a fool, that's him. They say I changed, man. I'm getting paper, I'm flashy. They like me better when I'm fucked up and ashy. My royalty checks the rebirth for Liberace. Stunt so hard, everybody gotta watch me. And I don't really care if it's platinum or white gold. Long as it's VS bling, they got that light show. In the hood they say 50, man, you sneaker look right, yo. Just can't believe Reebok did a deal with Psycho. Banks is a sure thing, y'all niggas might blow. I'm finna drop Cashville, Tennessee, nigga. Getting them Tennessee, save 10 for me, nigga. I stunt. My wrist stay rocked till my TVs pop up in the Maybach Benz. I teach y'all to stunt, nigga. You can't see me. My Bentley GT got smoke right tin. I teach y'all to stunt. My neck stay blingin', my rims they gleamin'. I'm shining, man. I teach y'all to stunt. I see you scheming, nigga. Keep on dreaming. I hurt you, man. I teach y'all to stunt. I'm sensing a lot of tension now that I'm rapping, but the kids used to look up.
Now welcome, if you will, our guests M.Nguyen from Detroit, Michigan, and M.Nguyen from Livonia, Michigan. So Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What makes you choose to become a photographer?
I'm a senior at MSU. I'm studying advertising. And why I chose to become a photographer, when I came to college, I've never taken much of art. I was a nursing student, so my life has revolved around science. And I saw a couple friends take some pictures for an event that we had, a show that we were doing, and I just thought it was just so amazing how they could capture every moment while we were up on stage, and it was just breathtaking. So I decided to go out and buy my own camera and take it for a spin, see if I could do some of the same stuff they were doing, and that's what charged me to start getting to shooting pictures.
Okay, well, interesting. How about Matt?
Well, I'm Matt. I am a senior, also advertising major. And I guess the reason I got into photography was, like, when I was little, my family, really didn't take a lot of pictures. And I wish we did, because the pictures that we do have, like, I really enjoy looking at them. And, like, along the lines of Jeff, when I came here, one of our friends was taking these pictures, and, like, when I looked at him, I was, like, so amazed, you know. And I wanted to give that same feeling out to other people. So that's why I took on photography. I wanted other people to, like, get the same feelings that I did when I looked at these sweet pictures.
Mm-hmm. And I know you guys are both full-time students, so what is it like being a photographer while still a full-time student here in MSU?
I mean, I guess it's easy because then you can spread the word about what you do really quick, and thanks to Facebook and all that, like, your friends will all see it, and, you know, they'll like admire your work from there. I guess a con would be, like, trying to separate and have time for both. But of course, school comes first and all, you know. But I think that's the biggest, like, con. And money. And you need a lot of money for photography. And college students, you just don't have a lot of money.
How about Jeff? Do you find challenge or any pros and cons?
Yeah, one of the cons is money. I agree with Matt. It costs a lot, especially equipment, batteries, and time too, setup time and everything like that. It takes time out of our school schedules. We have to really time manage everything we do because, you know, we have exams and papers and, you know, things going on at the same time, but we're out shooting pictures and it takes like an hour or 2 hours at a time out of our day. But the big plus about photography as a student is as students we have so much time to develop our skills before going out into the real world. We have a lot to work with. We have friends, events, you know, the more we advocate ourselves out there, the more experience we get, the more practice we get. So that's always fun. And then seeing the reaction on people's faces when they see our images and smiling, you know, that's basically what we do it for. Is that.
So Matt, what style is your work?
I'd like to say my style is more like a photojournalistic style. I like, you know, events and capturing the events in that moment exactly in time. I like pictures that tell stories, you know, and that's why I consider myself photojournalistic. And I like the candid pictures where the smiling doesn't seem, you know, fake or you have to smile. It's just you catch that moment and it's real.
So Jeff, do you have the same style or you do things differently?
I've tried that style before. It's different for everyone. It's harder for me to do photojournalistic style, but the style that I've come to develop is more of a commercial style, where I shoot a lot of objects, a lot of food. Sometimes people I get a chance, but I really like things that really pop up and stand out in an image. Most of the times I'll look through magazines and look at a picture that I like and really try to replicate it and try to make things really stand out from the ordinary.
So what are the things you aim to capture in every photo?
Every photo I'm trying to capture the best side, I guess you'd say. For example, if I were to shoot food, there's multiple rotational sides that you can shoot. I'm trying to find the best one that really stands out. I'm trying to find the one that's going to really appeal to someone. Same with people. I'm trying to find the shot that's going to really bring them out as a character. So I'm shooting different things, but I'm looking for that one shot that's going to make the difference.
Okay. We're going to come back in just a moment to find out more about what it's like to be a student photographer. But first, this message.
So, did you hear?
Hear what?
Sadie made a break for it.
No way!
She's heading to California.
Hey, Sadie's going to California!
Sadie's going to
California.
When did she leave? 2 days ago. Well, she is facing a bit of a headwind.
Yeah.
Great milk comes from happy cows. Happy cows come from California. Make sure it's made with real California milk.
We're back in Studio E with my guest Jeff Nguyen, a MSU Advertising Senior, and Matt Nguyen, another Advertising Senior. So Matt, can you tell me a little bit about TAG?
TAG, well, me and Jeff have been good friends since freshman year, and we started this out together, you know. We've always been together, and I thought, why not make something out of our two different styles, you know? We both have unique styles, so why not combine forces, I'd like to say. And so then we thought about this company, a photography company. And since we know so many of the people on campus, I mean, it'd be really easy to spread the word. And we've been doing a lot of events together. And I guess the phrase tag is like graffiti work. When people tag walls, it's like we left a mark on the world because we are tag photography.
Okay. And Jeff, I know that on your work you go by J Fresh instead of your name. Does it have any special meanings?
J Fresh. My girlfriend actually came up with that name when I started shooting. I wanted a name that defines who I am, so I added the fresh part after the first F of my name in order to show people that my work is fresh, you know, is different, is not of the ordinary. I wanted it to be, my motto is shooting photography with a fresh perspective. I want to see things differently than everybody else. I want to see things in a way that people are like, wow, that's really cool. So that's why I chose that name.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing to shoot?
My favorite thing to shoot would be beauty. I am addicted to ads that you see in magazines for Lancome, Avon, all the the beauty companies that they shoot for. Most of my work though is food and objects, and sometimes I like shooting people if I get a chance. So that's that.
Okay. Matt, what's your favorite thing to shoot?
I like taking pictures of events mostly, and I mean I like a picture that tells a story, you know. And most events they need someone there to capture that through the pictures. And that's my favorite kind of thing, because I mean, after all, a photo is worth 1,000 words, and I mean, if you have a really good picture that can tell a story, then people will remember it forever.
So you guys should like target different things. So what kind of equipment you are using?
Currently, I'm using a Canon 70 with like 2 different lenses, just a 50 prime and another Tamron. But yeah, it's not really like high end or anything, but the Canon 70 is really nice for me.
How about Jeff?
I shoot with, me and Matt are really different. I shoot with the Nikon. I always make fun of Matt because I always think he's shooting on the dark side, he's shooting Canon, but and he was always trying to switch me over to Canon. But I shoot Nikon. I've been shooting Nikon for a while, and I have a 7200 zoom, and then I have a 28 to 75. But that's what makes us unique, is that we have different styles, and we use different equipment, so you get best of both worlds.
Okay, so I'm gonna shift gear a little bit. So Matt, can you tell me a little bit about what type of music you listen to while editing?
I guess there's always like different playlists that I do. Just like studying, I like to listen to different music, but like sometimes I'll even listen to random Mozart, but most of the time it's like techno type of music to get me pumping, and I'll work harder. But,
So Jeff, do you do any other things that you like to do while you're editing?
I like sitting in the dark because it makes me feel like my whole focus is on the photos. If I have things going around me, then I get easily distracted. And when I edit, I like to be in the zone, kind of, and just so that every picture image is consistently the same. So other than that, no.
So do you listen to music?
Yeah, I do. But my genre of music changes depending on what I'm shooting or what I'm editing. For food, objects, people, models, whatever, I'm usually listening to dubstep or techno to get me pumped up. But then when I'm shooting families, babies, or couples, engagements, whatever, then I like to put on some Taylor Swift. That gets me going, gets me in the mood.
And who's your favorite photographer?
My favorite photographer is, he goes by the name of Chase Jarvis from Seattle. And I like him because he's a Nikon shooter, first of all, and then he shoots a lot of commercial photography. He has a lot of experience, and he knows so much about the world and about how to make things look cool. So I'm inspiring to be like him one day.
And we'll find out more detail about amazing work our guests have done right after this commercial break.